G'day guys, Mark and Nat here with the round 12 senior men's match report for our match against St Bernard's, played at home. Obviously we're coming off the back of the double bye, so it was great to get back out there and play some footy. We had restricted access onto the ground at Camberwell during the week, so given the amount of rain Melbourne's experienced, obviously there were some restrictions there. But it was great to get back out and play again nonetheless. And it was certainly tough conditions for both sides coming into the game. For us, obviously, there was some added significance given the passing of Laurie Hagan some 24 hours earlier. And obviously, the footy club, we wore black armbands out of respect to Laurie, and his contribution to our footy club speaks for itself. And we certainly wanted to honour Laurie in the right way. So it was with a couple of debutants that played on Saturday. It was only fitting that assistant coach Andrew Miller present the jumpers, given Laurie presented him his first jumper some 30 plus years ago in his debut. So Millsy spoke very, very well in the pre-game, and obviously something that a moment in time for him that meant a lot. And it was passed on really well. And Ned McGuinness was the first of our debutants, has played a few games in our under-19s and coming off a few games at VFL level, so it was great to have Ned play his first senior game for the footy club. And the other one, Hugh Burne-Jones, or more commonly known as Chugga, who's been sensational in our reserves this year and was previously in our under-19s and a vice-captain at that level. So 2 debutants among our 6 changes: Ryan Valentine, Lockie Dennis, Sammy Grant and Robbie Beckwith in for his second game of the year. So a little bit of change there, given some injuries and a few guys still on holiday at the moment. So listen, first quarter was a pretty dour affair, to be honest. It wasn't one for the highlights reels. We kicked 1 goal, they kicked 3 points. So we took a 5-point lead in at quarter time. Andy Gelbart, our skipper, he really led the way. Obviously with a couple of guys out of the midfield, Jolly really, he took control in there and was sensational for 4 quarters, to be honest, but his first quarter was very good. In the second quarter, St Bernard's, to their credit, they got the better of us, certainly on the scoreboard. We actually still had more of the ball and probably wasted some opportunities. A little bit disappointing with some of our connection going inside 50, and Bernard's were able to capitalise, and the style they wanted to play, throwing numbers back and then trying to really transition and slingshot forward worked for them. So they kicked 3 goals for the quarter, took a 12-point lead in at half time. And although we were down, we weren't it wasn't panic stations or anything like that. We're still confident that we could get ourselves back in the game, and we put on a few guys at half time, and I think the boys, we saw a completely different footy side in the second half, which was real credit to the guys and their maturity to respond when needed. And certainly something that these guys, our boys, are really doing well. So third quarter, we kicked 5 goals, 6, so dominated possession. One of the key stats for that quarter, we're plus 15 inside 50, so a lot of looks on goal. We'll get into the forward 50, I should say, and then obviously a lot of looks on goal off the back of that. So 11 scoring shots was really strong. We started to see Ryan Valentine really step up, and he took some good marks and really he hit the scoreboard really well, which was real credit to him to get himself going. Connor Goodison was giving us plenty around the ball and also down forward. Angus Simons upped his work rate and was able to really contribute, and our backs kept doing what they do. Jack Brown, again, sensational. Brody Easton a little bit mid-time and back with Jack Lipscomb. They were giving us plenty of drive too. So really, really pleased with our third quarter, and the scoreboard speaks for itself. Coming into the last, again, it was about maintaining that momentum and really finish the game strongly. We've got a few big weeks ahead of us, and it was important we did that. And with a 16-point lead at the final change, then we're able to extend that out to a 35-point victory. So winning the last quarter by 19 points. So we kicked another 4 goals for in that last quarter, which was fantastic. And if you look at some of the key numbers, around clearance, we actually got beaten around clearance. But early in the first half, we were minus 17 in that space and pulled that right back in the second half, where it was pretty even. So really pleased with the way that the boys responded there. A couple of the other key stats, so 26 turnovers in terms of additional turnovers by Bernard. So they had a 38% disposal efficiency, which was pretty low. And again, acknowledging the conditions always going to make it a bit tougher, but ours set up at 58%. So our ability to pressure, our ability to create turnover, win the footy back, and then control it through spread and maintaining possession was really good. And again, second half we're a little bit more direct and able to capitalise with our goal scoring. So 121 more disposals. That sort of speaks for itself. Best players, as I said earlier, Jolly was sensational. Jack Brown, Benny Hayes brought his own footy on the wing. Connor Goodison, 12 tackles, was really pleased with his effort and his output. Ryan Valentine, as I mentioned, 4 goals. Alex Noblet, Brody Easton contributed really strongly. Will Townsend, Jack Lipscomb were good contributors too. So, across the board, really strong finish, and we look forward to getting out to Melbourne University this week, and a game that, again, it's an important one for us to consolidate a spot in the top 3, and hoping to see as many Cardinals out there as possible on the weekend. So thanks, guys, and we'll see you soon.